Guys, today we're going to cover parkour, and we're going to do that to show how important parkour is for your early game success.
Parkour!
I love parkour. I spec in it very early. I cap it out very early when I'm running through my characters because it gives you a couple things, not just the ability to jump higher. It also removes the possibility to get broken legs or to get injuries when you're jumping off of things. I love parkour. I use it for a lot of my early builds, and I'll show you why I think it's one of the most important perks for early survivability in 7 days, and something that you'll keep throughout the game. So it won't be points wasted because you get those points early, and until you get all the money to get a Forget-In-It elixir, that could take you many levels to get to that point to have enough dukes to pay for that. So this is money well spent, and it just doesn't give you parkour abilities. Speccing into the agility tree also opens up other avenues to make you a lethal weapon. So we're using Knucklehead's custom 7 Days to Die skill planner that I've made here. It's not available yet. Still some things we're bringing in, but let's show you quickly how it works. So I'll spec into agility, and then for each point I'm putting into agility, you'll see how many skill points I'm spending. You'll see the stats, what's it giving me, right? If I'm going to put points in agility, yeah, I want parkour ultimately, but it's already giving me bonuses. Headshot damage, the ability to dismember zombies is up 10%. These are good things. If we want to put points into handguns or knives or bows, we're going to get that bonus in addition to the bonus that we get from agility. So that's money well spent. And as we go through here, we'll start very early on, and we'll put the first 2 points we want in parkour. So what did that give us? That gave us reduced stamina cost of jumping by 10%, and it increases your safe fall distance by 1 meter. That's a full block. That's pretty good. Now you're talking about jumping off of roofs of different POIs and potentially not getting injured. But now that we've put 2 points into parkour, that's 2 meters. So now we're definitely jumping off of the roofs of houses and not getting hurt. We're not breaking legs. And we can jump a meter higher. So now we can jump a full block higher than we could before. This is really like the first points I'll put in. And it's only cost me 6 points to get this far. Then if I want to go into another ability, let's say gunslinger, because I'm already getting the bonus for 230% handguns. And let's say I find a pistol in a toilet, I could put a couple points in the gunslinger. Now I've got handguns deal 10% more damage. I'm getting 20% chance to dismember them. I'm getting a 5% increased fire rate. And at level 2, I'm getting 20% more damage, 10% faster fire rate, and 15% faster reload. That's pretty good. So you're talking first horde night. Let's say we just didn't level that much. We were building our base, whatever. We've got plenty of ability here to not only live through that first horde night, which we probably should anyway, but we're going to have a great start to the game because we're doing damage. We're able to get out of trouble if we get into it. So if you're going into a tougher difficulty like warrior to start the game, or maybe even survivalist, or you're going up to insanity, you need the ability to do damage and to get out of trouble. And I think these points are a great start to get you in that direction. Now, I went bows, which was great early game because it's a lot of fun with the crossbow, but try to use a crossbow at horde night. We'll do another video on the efficacy of that decision. I would rather have handguns, like 2 of them in my backpack, a bunch of 9mm, and let's go to town. I've set up an obstacle course. On the left is what you get with parkour, and on the right is what you get without parkour. For jump ability, that's distance, and then I want to do a height difference. Look at the height difference here. On the left here is what you get maxed out in parkour. On the right is no parkour at all, standard jumping ability, vanilla. And we should probably do a third one. Maybe we can do a third one too that shows the 1 meter higher jump ability of parkour. So let's do that too. So first, let's try the obstacle course. No parkour, no skill points spent in agility in any attribute because I just reset everything. Let's do the non-parkour jump, and this shows you, best case, I'm making that jump. I'm not getting any further, and that's as best as we can do. Do another one. There we go. And I could probably get to that one. But That's best case, and you can hear me slamming my keyboard, hoping that I get just the right distance. So how many blocks is that? That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block jump. Again, that's with no parkour. 6 block jump, pretty doable. Now for height, we're gonna get a single block height. So it took me 4 jumps to get up to the top of that. And if we wanted to get on top of this, we're in trouble. We're running from zombies. Nope, you're not getting out of trouble. You're getting dead. We don't want that either. So let's put some points in the parkour and see what the difference is. We'll start with the first ability here for parkour. So if we go back to the 7 Days to Die skill planner, I put 2 points in the parkour, and that gave me that 1 meter higher jump. So let's start with that one, see what it gets us. So we'll put, now we're going to need 1, 2, we need to get to agility 4, and we'll put in parkour. We got 1 meter higher and a farther safe distance fall of 2 meters instead of 1, and reduced agility when jumping. So now I can jump up 2 blocks. It took me 2 jumps to get up there, right? Boom, boom, and I'm clearing it. That's better. I still can't do this jump, but if I'm in trouble, I'm doing that jump and I'm getting on a roof. That's why I say it's such a great find early on. And if we're going to do a distance test, let's do this. I got a little bit further. Could probably do another block, maybe a 7 block jump. And if we go over here, you see we're not doing the super jump yet. So that's 1 meter higher. We got an extra block, an extra meter, we'll call it, jump distance. Not too bad. So that means if I put these up here, let's say we did this, now I know I can do this jump, I can do this jump, and I can do this jump. So there's no parkour here on the left. 2 points into parkour, 4 points into agility, 2 points into parkour on the right. Takes me 3 jumps to get to the top. And then we'll put in the rest of our parkour points. Whoops, we'll do it over here. Let's do parkour. Let's max out agility. That's agility 10. We'll need that to get parkour 5, which is what we really want. Now we could have reduced that. Let's start with parkour 4. Now we get the 2 meter higher jump and a 2 meter longer jump. So now if I do this, I can make that jump. That's an 8 block jump. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And with parkour 4, now I'm jumping up 3 blocks. I'm Jordan. All of a sudden, we're just air. We're Air Jordan. You're Air Nuck. Now we're jumping up here again, no problem like we could with parkour 2. Parkour 4 gives us all the benefits of parkour 2 plus that extra meter of jump ability. But what parkour 5 will give us is no fall damage. So that's why I use parkour 5. Yeah, we're out of God mode. We're just in dev mode. Let's see if I jump off of here. I'm going to break something. Nah, barely anything. That 2 meter extra distance of fall distance, safety is good. But if we jumped off that tower because we were in trouble, we'd probably break a leg. So let's put the extra point into parkour. And the cool thing about having 5 points in parkour, when you jump, you can actually say parkour. Parkour! Oh, no, parkour! And then we can roll. And we go up here again. Our jump height hasn't changed at all, but we're not going to take any fall damage. So if we jumped off of the silo, for instance, version 1, because we just don't like ourselves and we really want to see, whoop, actually, I don't have to do that. I can just jump up into the ceiling, which you'll see me in my videos, especially the ones with the silo. I'm constantly either taking a ladder or just jumping up through the hole onto the roof of my silo and jumping down. And that's because I have got that extra distance. But if we jump off of here, no damage. Not even a hiccup of damage. Let's go over here. I won't jump off of this. Nothing. That's the beauty of Parkour 5. That's why I think it's great to try to achieve that goal. If that's going to be your mid-game goal, I think that's great. My early game goal, get Parkour 2. And then as soon as I can, I get Parkour 4. And if I want to be able to sustain some damage and do damage to higher difficulty zombies like I do in most of my videos, then I would put money into Gunslinger, so you're doing more gun damage. If we go back, we've got those extra points now. So if we went to Agility 8, so we could get Parkour 4, we're getting 2 meters higher. We're getting never a sprained or broken leg when falling, which is interesting. Is that the same as never taking oh, no. We could still take damage but not break a leg or sprain a leg if we jumped out of the gyrocopter, for instance. But who would do that? I would never jump out of my gyrocopter. That's never happened but 6 or 7 times. And then if we wanted to put some points in the Gunslinger, let's say 2 points in the Gunslinger. Now we're doing crazy damage with a pistol. we're reloading way faster, and we're doing 20% of a fire rate. So that thing is really pumping and keeping you alive. That's the most important part, after all. So there you have it. 4 points in the gunslinger also gives us 270% handgun damage, 40% chance to dismember. So there you have it, guys. That's my argument for parkour and why I think it's a key attribute, key skill, key perk to have in the arsenal as you're leveling early on, even mid-game, and you can take it throughout your series or throughout your 7 Days to Die world. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll have some more videos coming up shortly, like self-opening garage doors, that self-open, self-close, and the other things I'm working on here in my little development environment. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you guys watching, and enjoy parkour like I do. But you have to say parkour whenever you jump. That's the only caveat. Thanks, guys.